didn't. So yeah, and then halfway through this film, we do actually get a monster. We find out that spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, that this monster is basically a double ganger copy of Clark, the main character, and it's horrible. It's dressed as a sort of quite nasty pirate, and eats and tries to kill the professor who's there to help him out, because he eventually goes to the shop and she gets in the shop and finds the other world and goes to the other world. But the character is really the nasty side of Clark, this sort of double gang nasty pirate sort of stalks around. There's one bit in the film where I thought was very much like King Kong. She was like climbing this staircase and the whole thing was falling apart around her to get out of the world. And it looked, the way it was shot, as though he was coming up the stairs at the same time, the monster. So it did remind me a bit of Faye Dunaway in King Kong. It's a good film. I'm not saying it's not horror, but if you've watched a lot of horror films, you're gonna find the bits you recognise. Basically, the damsel in distress, the guy who's very socially not great. Clark, it's going on sniffing. I've got a bit of a hay fever cold. Sorry about that. Yeah, I think there's a lot of all the traits, and that's what makes it a good film. But it's all been done before, to be honest. I'm not saying I didn't like it, because I did like it. But you look at it, and a lot of the horror stuff has been done before to death. You look at the body horror stuff, that's all been done in things like Hannibal and Out the Fly and other films like that. And the whole sort of damsel in distress thing was a bit annoying, because he was meant to be quite clever, which he did get the upper hand in the end, which is great. And then around this, you find out this is probably how they'd probably make a Backrooms 2 or Backrooms 3. Well, they'll probably move it into a trilogy, which they probably want to do. You find out this government company knows all about the Backrooms, and they're analysing and studying, and they want her to analyse, because once you're in that world, you can't get out of that world. You're stuck there, basically. And that's how the film really ends, basically. And I think for an hour and 55, it's just right. It's good timing. It's good pace. The music's really good. I think the music's done by the director, and this director, I don't think has done much. I didn't recognise his name. I think there is a set of films that connect to this. You don't have to see them, because I haven't seen it on YouTube. There's a whole YouTube channel with the Backroom short films, I think they are, and they all connect. They give you a bit more backstory, I think, to the film. But I haven't watched them. The Professor Mark Comer said you didn't need to watch them. I enjoyed it. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. It did go at a good pace. But you just sit back and think, oh, this is really scary. Where's the jump? Where's the alien? Where's the monster? And the monster comes in quite late. You're thinking for quite a good bit of the film that it's the Clark character who's gone psychopathic and is going to eat a lot of them, basically, and tear them to bits. And then suddenly there is a monster. There's this pirate or Hook who's very scary. And you say with the Hook as well, you could think that's not one